Today we went and picked up my road bike, officially back in a road scene, the Giant Defy Advance 2. So this is our Giant Defy Advance 2. Amazing all carbon bike, man. This is not my first Giant bicycle. I used to own a Giant Trans X2 when I was banging on mountain bikes. I tell you what, that's my fastest full suspension downhill that I did on a mountain bike ever until this day. So I'm quite familiar with, Giant's quality and their geometry, at least for mountain bike. This is not my first carbon road bike. This is actually my third. Man, I'm clocking in a lot right now. This is just full carbon setup, man. Wheels is for DT Swiss, zip stem, zip handlebar. This is the most latest fork for the Defy. It is 2023 or 2024. They said they have some kind of whatever technology inside that absorbs shock, but clocking in everything. I'm missing my pedals. My speed plate did not arrive yet, so I got the regular bicycle pedals. Right now, as it is, it's 19.9 with the pedals. Everything, that's that. It's an amazing bike, and I can't wait to bang this bike, man. Tell you what, man, this bike is so light. It's the lightest carbon road bike that I got. I'm still stunned about 2 fingers, 20 pounds. I mean, we haven't had any maiden voyage yet, but we're gonna try to see if we can have a quick spin here in the neighborhood. Oh man, this bike is so light. I cannot emphasize it. This is the lightest, man. Look at the responsiveness. Woo! It's very light, it's very responsive. Shimano 105 is doing its job. I got it. Ooh. Medium frame. I'm not going to race, so this is a very, very comfy bike. So finally, our pedals just arrived, and we're going to unbox this real quick. It is the Speedplay X2. It comes with its components, of course, and this is the used one, guys. Now I'm trying to spin this just to make sure that there is enough spin, if there's grease in it, and if the bearing is okay. That's why we're spinning this. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna maintain this since it's used. We don't know how they use it or what condition. We're gonna remove the screw on top. It's very easy. Go get yourself a grease gun, very cheap in Harbor Freight. All you gotta do is remove this screw right here, very gently, and you're going to put your grease gun on that hole. Gently press it until the grease is coming out of that spindle. As you can see, that one, that is how you replace it. Simply push it and it will put in the new grease inside. Simply wipe it off and you should be good to go. Put back the screw and wipe it again. Spin and test it, and I think we are in the money. Now you would want to get the proper tool to install and remove the current pedals. What we got here is a Park Tool PW5. Very easy tool that you can access. You can buy it in your local bike shop, REI, or online. What you want to do is you want to get the right position, left and right labeled in the pedals. Don't confuse yourself. Go alternate on the other crank, and with the help of Allen wrench, it will be much more easier. Install it, put a little bit of grease on the thread, and put it in the crank. You should be good to go. Next part is you tighten it up just right. Don't crank it like crazy, but just right. And our speed play pedals is installed. Mind you guys, you have to have the correct one for your cleats. Not all speed play are compatible. I learned that in my old speed play. So we installed it in our shoes and tested out. After getting the correct position of the cleats, put in the plastic cover just to protect the metal part. You should be good to go. This one, guys, I put some grease pedal or some spray for the cleats and for the shoes just for maintenance. Keep it clean and properly lubricated. One last part here is we're going to adjust the handlebar position and we are good to go. So final review of the Giant Defy Advance 2. What are its pros and what are its cons? Mainly the pros that I see in this bike. It's made for long distance and comfort on long hauls. So if you do like long endurance ride, half a century ride, this bike will serve you really, really well. Its main components, I would say mid-tier to entry high level carbon frame. Giant is very well known on providing that high quality carbon. Maybe that's why they're the biggest manufacturer in the world, bicycle that is. And also the Shimano 105 components, well tested. If you're that type of rider that you don't race, you just want to have a reliable components, Shimano 105, industry standard in my opinion, for those non-racer cyclists, weekend warriors, it is perfect. And for the cons, I can only think one thing. The entry price point of this one is a little bit up there. It's around 23 to 2700 depending on where you get it. If you're not in a rush like what I did, kudos to my wife, you can go to the used market, get a nice copy of this one. You can get a lot of bang your buck. That's just my opinion. Have it test with your local bike shop and you can also test it yourself. But other than that, man, this is an amazing bike. I highly recommend, but I hope you guys was able to get something out of this video. Always remember, God is good all the time. It's your main boy. Peace out.